Pat, Jess, and Sass. And today we are going to show you the Tough Mudder event that we did, which was a 20-kilometer endurance course. And did we have fun when we did it?
Yep, that's one word for it.
Not as much excitement. Did you have fun when you did it?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Okay, there you go. So we'll show you some footage and then we'll talk about some of the fun ones. Let's get into it, okay? Just let me know. So this was us getting pumped up for the starting line. This was the first event. It was called Kiss the Mud?
Kiss of Mud.
Kiss of Mud. As you can see, there's the mud. Jess and Sass going for a swim.
It was surprisingly warm.
And squishy.
Oh, that wasn't surprising.
It was squishy.
Sure was.
You had to make sure you didn't get snagged on all the barbed wire as well.
We tried. We really tried.
I think you and I both failed at that.
Yep.
Sadly, Jess's booty got snagged.
And Cass's long, beautiful hair.
Yep.
And I think Pat did it wrong because he's barely muddy at all.
I did it the right way.
Yep, that's me.
That's your booty snagged.
That's Cass rescuing me. Now we're making our way.
You got through it really fast, Pat.
Oh. Having a mud fight.
That's right. It's so glamorous.
This was the second challenge, not as adventurous. This was called Are You Tired Yet?
What was it called?
Are You Tired Yet?
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, see, I did it the right way. That's why I'm so muddy.
GoPro got extreme.
Whoa!
This was the motocross madness. So you have to run up and down, or try not to fall as we were, up and down these motocross hills.
And we didn't. Surprisingly, none of us fell.
So in this section we had to grab these logs and we had to carry them like a team and then feed them through. Then we had to, there are these holes there, then we had to jump over, then try and keep the logs held and then pass them through and then jump over.
Jumping over was a lot harder than it looks in this video.
Yeah.
The walls were really high.
But it was fun. I liked that one. I thought that was a good teamwork one. For some reason, I'm taller than everyone and I was in the middle. It didn't work out. How was carrying the end, Sass?
Difficult. I had to carry it above my head.
Can't remember if I made it over this time.
I guess you'll see.
No. Through I go. Can't go over it. Can't go under it.
We have to go through
it.
Did I make it over?
I think so.
I couldn't film you because I was helping hold you.
Oh, there
I
you go.
did. Nice.
Yeah.
Boutte.
I was holding Sass and the log.
Pat was a big strong man that day. Da 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 da.
And back to carrying the log.
first water station.
Oh, blessing.
So there were these, how many water stations were there throughout the thing? 4? I think there were 4. So there were 4, and there was like water, and then sunscreen, and some there was fruit, spontaneous skipping. This was the worst.
Can you see all the smoke in the background? Slaughter on the left? Oh no, I think that's just the sky. My bad.
Might have been the sky.
Oh, it was horrible.
Tear gas.
So it was a tear gas filled challenge, so you had to crawl all the way through. So honestly, the tear gas wasn't that bad. It was just these bars that you can see overhead that they just got lower and lower, and I slammed my back into one at the end. It was so painful. Yep. Pretty sure that was it.
And I just went through the whole thing so easily because I'm so short.
Oh, I hated this one. I whacked my back 3 times and I've already got a sore back, so that didn't help, and the tear gas was horrible.
Tear gas just cleared my sinuses. It was good.
I did cry at the end of that one. Not gonna lie.
Just wanted to show the lovely countrysides. This was about an hour and a half north out of the main city. This one was called the Devil's Beard. Didn't really care for this one. You were supposed to. I think it would be harder if you were by yourself, but because there was the 3 of us, we could just sort of manage to crawl through. A bit tricky to film though.
I couldn't keep the camera, it was so hard. I kept getting stuck behind and then the net would just fall on me.
The next challenge, this was one of my favorites.
This was so much fun.
This was so scary.
So what you had to do is you had to grab onto these sort of pulley things, swing, and you were trying to hit the cowbell that was hanging out, and then either way you were going to fall into the water. It was really cool. Everyone was cheering Jess.
I was terrified. It was so scary.
It was a unique approach. And have a listen. I think I hit the bell.
Sure.
Pat did better than all of us.
I was so worried about losing the camera, it was the worst. But just managed to hold on to it after it fell off my head. So I thought it'd be cool to watch from this angle as well. Now listen, one guy definitely hit the bell. I think I just scraped it, but I definitely didn't hit it like you were supposed to. Okay, so this was the
Mud Mile. Yes, this is a good one.
Lots and lots of fun.
Lots of teamwork for this one.
So you're in these giant, squidgy, dirty trenches,
Oh, they were squidgy.
and you had to help your teammates by getting them over, like what's happening here. And then once they were at the top, they had to pull you up because it was just a little bit too high and slippery to get up by yourself. just how long the camera lasts before it gets muddied up.
Don't know why that was so scary.
Just standing was a challenge.
Look at Pat helping everyone. Every time I tried to help someone, they nearly knocked me into the other side. I couldn't do much to help them.
The girls could not quite pull me up.
And it was slippery too, with all the mud, like trying to hold on.
Oh yeah, it was just my weight. I know, chunky. I probably should have helped that person behind me. Oh, I did. I forgot I wasn't wearing the camera. The music was really cool as well. I wish there was more music throughout the event.
Yeah, they're playing Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, all music to pump you up.
Pumping out like Eye of the Tiger.
And all this stuff was really cool. Oh, and there's the mud. It only gets worse from here. So we're going to enter a fast mode now. But look, it was so much fun and it was really cool just helping random people get through these obstacles. Meeting some cool people. And, let's speed it up because visibility is at a low. So this one, as you can see, was called the Leap of Faith. When I was on the ropes, and you'll hear, someone beside me, like one of the people that worked there, they kept saying to swing, to start swinging. And I thought they meant somehow swing to the other side. I didn't know that they meant like to get my legs on. So I got into this awful swinging phase and then I couldn't do anything. So sadly, hopefully next time I can make it up there. Terrible. Did you guys like that one?
Yeah, it was a lot less scary than the other jumping one.
We thought we'd check out some other people. Get some impromptu singing started.
Nice. Good work.
This was the second mud mile. So same as before, but yeah, we just jumped in again.
Oh god.
We somehow couldn't get the high fives happening.
Together.
Okay, Pat.
Oh, I can't stop it.
Are we going together?
I wanted us to go together.
Yes. Alright.
So sadly, after this point, foolishly, the day before, I was testing out the GoPro. That was a little sports camera that I used to film the entire thing, which was this little guy. And sadly, the day before, I thought I'll just set up, press record, and see how long, how many minutes and hours it can film before the battery dies.
It was good preparation.
Great preparation. It lasted about 3 hours, if you did wonder. But unfortunately, I forgot to delete that footage. So foolishly, on the day, the battery of the GoPro was fine, but the memory card was full, so we only got half of the event. So definitely next time I'll be able to film the entire thing. So what we thought we'd do is we'll show some photos on screen of the last couple challenges that we did, and then we thought we'd talk about it to describe it for you, but there won't be any more footage for the rest, just letting you guys know. So pressing on. So the first challenge that we see here, this was the warrior. Oh, these aren't us, so I blurred out the faces just because I didn't want strangers' photos to be used. So this was called the warrior sling, soldier sling.
Something like
It was soldier sling.
Soldier sling. Pretty sure it was soldier sling. So with this one, how do we do it? I think we started carrying Sass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and me carried Cass, and then my back gave out pretty much. So Pat just had to piggyback Cass, and I held her up. I was there for emotional support.
She was supervising the event. But that was fun. So we sort of went up a hill there. But I thought that was lots of fun. The next one, this was called the Berlin Wall. So this was fun. I think we all had a go at getting over this.
Yeah, I think
We all had a go.
Right, but
I think
Was there 2 or 3 of them?
I
can't
didn't get
remember.
over, but I think you both did.
I got over one. I think there might have been 2, and you got over both.
Do you remember when you got stuck on the other side on the way down? And you didn't know what to do, and then so you just jumped, and then I caught you? Or maybe
yeah.
you fell.
No, Pat saves the day.
But that was fun too. Next one. So this was one of my favorite ones. And I've done Tough Mudder before, but a lot of these events were either revamped or new. So I hadn't done this event before. Now this is a photo I think from a Tough Mudder in America. So ours unfortunately did not have the giant mud trench below. That would have been much cooler. Ours just had hard ground. So basically what you had to do is we thought by looking at this picture you would think originally, well, if there wasn't the mud at the bottom, that you had to climb up the rope and get to the other side. But what you have to do is you have to grab a rope, and then you have to sort of grab it and swing, and sort of go back and forth holding the rope and swing, grab the next rope, swing to the next one, and so on until you get to the end. What did you guys think of this one?
It was tough.
It was so slippery. Like, it wasn't because the mud, it was just the material they made it out of was really slippery. You made it across, and you did really well. We not so
I think
much.
we got the first rope, and that was about it.
It was challenging, and my biggest fear was because there was no mud or anything. There was just hard ground, and because you're at such like a precarious like dangling at the bottom, I was worried to fall or something. But it was fun. I really liked that one.
Same thing.
Next, okay, so this one was called the Birth Canal. Not the best of names, but basically what you had to do is you had to crawl under these big tarps that were filled with all this gross reddish liquid, and all the weight of the water was sort of pushing you down, like slamming you to the ground. And as you were sort of crawling through, it was, you'd sort of move and you get past one, but then the water that you'd sort of pushed above you would sort of come back and hit you down hard. And yeah, I thought it was fun and it was different. What did you guys think?
Yeah, it was interesting. I liked all the people at the end going, "Push! It's a boy!"
That was fun. Okay, next one we have probably my favorite event of the whole day. It was really cool. So in the first Tough Mudder, this was it was called the Funky Monkey. So now this one is called the Funky Monkey 2.0. And in the first one it was literally just a flat ladder with mud, heaps of muddy, disgusting water below, and you literally just had to go hand over hand, just hanging over these monkey bars. But in this one, it went up, so it went up like that. So you were getting higher and higher as you went, and then once you got past the ladder, you then had this trapeze thing that you had to kind of grab, and then you were swinging, hanging off this trapeze. Then once you got off the trapeze, then you had to grab onto this one parallel bar and sort of skimmy your way across. And I was exhausted by the time I got to the parallel bar, so I didn't think it would have been easier just to go on one side. For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking, I went sort of hand over hand like that, continuing straight, and it was terrible. It was the worst idea. But I did make it to the end. That was lots of fun. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I got a couple of rungs on the monkey bars, but there were so many people like falling in the water. Like I tried to make sure I didn't fall on anybody as well. So that was a tricky part of that one.
And I really liked that one. I did better than I thought I would. My aim was to get to the center. Didn't quite make it to the middle, but I didn't drop before I thought I would. And then I looked down, and that was my mistake. And I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty high now, because as it kept going up, I was like, nah, I'm gonna drop. But it was fun.
My whole thing was just, I didn't look down once. I was just thinking, okay, I'm just going to use as much momentum as I can, and hopefully the person in front of me doesn't stop, or hopefully there's no one in front of me below in the water, because I'd never go over someone. That would be way too dangerous. So if I had to just hang there and wait for someone to move, then I would have been a goner. But I was lucky and had a clear run. Okay, so this one was called the Pyramid Scheme, or the...
Spontaneous Butte.
which we will explain. So this was lots and lots of fun. And as you can see, this is one way to do the event, where you can sort of stand people on top of each other, then people at the top sort of hang down and help you up. But when we were there must have been a bit of a break in people, because there really wasn't a lot of people there that were sort of standing. So pretty much what most people were doing were trying to get a bit of a run, or 2 steps or so, jump, grab the people's hands at the top, and then try and sort of
somehow get up.
Clamber your way up. What did you guys think?
Well, usually getting up meant climbing over the person, like we just found.
Like literally onto the person.
So
Pretty
I was
much.
grabbing a lot of bottoms, and then Pat and Cass hung me down, and someone climbed over me. I couldn't feel anything at that point, but apparently they were grabbing me, and it was. I did enjoy this one. It was fun.
Yeah, I really like this one. You like this one too?
Yeah, I like this one.
It was lots of fun.
Just glad I made it to the top.
So this is actually a photo of Everest, but this is Everest Mark 1. So we did Everest Mark 2. So it was bigger. It was a more gradual incline. So it was basically just a lot bigger than this.
It was a lot taller.
A lot taller, yeah, a lot taller. This one was really scary. We were in the back. Everyone was lining up. There's maybe like these 5 or 6 girls in front of us. And no one just wanted to go. They were too scared. And the guy's like, "All right, someone go." So then I just walked past them, and I just ran, and I just ran full pelt. And just the idea was just to try and get as far as I could, because when I first did Tough Mudder, so many people got injured doing this event, like because it was all mud at the bottom. So as you can see, it's really dry, like the event that we did. But it was so muddy on the first event, so everyone would keep falling. They'd land on their elbows, their arms. They got very, very injured. So all I cared about was just not getting injured and trying to make it up to the top. So bolted up, and the first time lunged, and was trying to lunge there and grab people's arms. And unfortunately, the first time completely missed people's hands. They put out their hands, and I sort of just grabbed anywhere but their hands. Completely missed it, flailing, and then didn't land too bad. Sort of landed on my feet. And then ran back down the ramp, and then just did a lap. Didn't wait for anyone to say anything. I just bolted up again. I was determined to make it up.
Oh, you were so funny, because you were just at that stage, because it was one of the last events. You're just adamant, like, "Nah, I'm gonna have one go. That's it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Just one go." And then I saw the determination in your face. You're like, "No, gotta do it. Gotta get up." So I'm glad you did it again, because he made it the second time, which was good.
Yeah, it was scary. Just full on Superman diving, grabbing for these hands, and it wasn't like there was water, anything below you. It was just the hard wood and then sliding down. But it was fun. That was cool. Okay, next one.
Oh,
Oh, golly.
oh, my head.
Golly,
It
golly.
still hurts.
So this was the second last event. This was called the Arctic Enema, and
That's right.
it was grim, as the title suggests. So it started off. If you can see in the background there's like a slide. That's how you start. So you start with this slide, and then the 3 of us were sitting on the slide. Then we all went down together. Then you have to. The reason why you have to watch your head like that guy's doing is because they want you to get totally submerged in this ice cold water, and it was so cold. It was the worst.
It was the cold that puts your body into shock.
Yeah.
Like, all of us came out with like brain freezes because it was so cold. And the bit, don't know if you can see there, but the bit where the wood is, we actually had to go under it. I was trying everything I could just to escape out the top, and the guy's like, no, you gotta go under. I'm like, no. Oh, so cold. But it was good, because after the initial shock and swearing, we got out and we all felt refreshed and a lot better. So in the end it was good, but I wouldn't recommend an ice bath.
No, well, not getting like completely submerged. I was fine until I had to put my head under when we had to swim, under the wall thing. Then as soon as my head went under, it was like my whole head was on fire. It was just, it was so painful. And so the last event that we did was the Electroshock Therapy.
That was Cass's favourite.
This was definitely Cass's favourite. Tell us about it, Cass.
So basically what it was about, I don't know, about 10 meters long, like this kind of corridor kind of thing, and there's all these wires hanging down from the roof. Some of them are live, so the aim is you have to run through it pretty much as fast as you can, but you're getting shocked along the way. And there's like obstacles and like big piles of mud in front of you that you got to kind of jump over. We all started at the same time. It was like a 3, 2, 1, go kind of thing. We all just powered through it. I got over the first bump, and then I blacked out for a second. I got shocked, and I blacked out, and it was really, really freaky. But when I woke up again, I just ran for the end, and I made it to the end. And Jess was there, like she held her hand out, she's like, "Come on!"
It's teamwork.
Exactly.
But yeah, that one, you downplayed that a lot. Like, don't know if you remembered it wrong,
Or it's gotten
but
tougher.
Pat's like, oh, it just feels like someone gone like that.
Nah.
No, it was so much
No.
worse. It felt like someone grabbed your entire body and shook it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I got
Like
zapped.
lifted you up into the air and then.
I got zapped on my leg, and my whole leg was tingling for about
Yeah.
half an hour afterwards. It was,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then,
but tough mudder, it was fun.
but right at the end of that, they give you like your headband and your show
Yeah.
Yeah.
bag and everything. So it's all finished, and you've done a really, really good job.
But yeah, that was it. Thank you all for watching. That was so much fun. I had a great time. I'll be signing up for next year. Definitely have to get a lot fitter, but I had a great time. What did you guys like it? What do you think?
Yeah,
I'd do it again.
Cool.
I think I would, yeah.
Awesome.
I would if I was fitter, because it felt like about 40 kilometres instead of 20, just because I was injured. But if I can do it injured, anyone can do it.
Yeah,
So
it was so
that
much
good.
fun. And this is, a worldwide event. They're pretty much in most countries now. It was so much fun. So definitely if you're on the fence and thinking about doing it, you should definitely give it a go. There's people that do it with their dogs. There's people that do it in wheelchairs.
Do they do it with their dogs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I forget the reason why. Like there was a reason why. But there was certainly people of all shapes and sizes and levels of fitness and levels of age.
Sorry, there was kids doing it too. I saw about a 10-year-old boy doing it with his parents.
It was pretty cool. It was so much fun. But thank you so much for watching. And I've been Pat.
Just
Sass.
And we'll see you all again. Bye.